Senator Nelson raised the topic of privatization of air traffic control. One of the justifications that's been used, and I'm very concerned with that privatization, so I join Senator Nelson in that regard. But one of the justifications that proponents of that privatization have utilized is the failure of the FAA to, in a timely manner, implement next-gen, to bring the latest technologies and safety to our air traffic control system. And the knock is that by the time the Department of Transportation completes its work on next-gen, its technologies will already be outdated. So my question is, maybe you can help us eliminate one of the reasons that people advocate for privatization by telling us how we could have faster, quicker, more efficient implementation of technologies designed to improve our air traffic control system and the safety that it provides.
When I was Deputy Secretary in President George H.W. Bush's administration, a modernization of the air traffic control was a huge issue then. A lot has changed, a lot has been done, but more needs to be done. Obviously, as times change, and the lag in the ability of the organization to keep up with the modernization that is required. This is a huge issue. I'm very much aware of those who are for it, those who are against privatization. I know that you, with your state of many general aviation interests, have not been a proponent. We need to have a national discussion about this. And so I look forward to working with the Congress, especially with the FAA reauthorization bill coming up on September 30th of this year, on addressing many of these very important aviation issues, if I'm confirmed.
Well, Ms. Chao, I appreciate that and certainly interested in working on the privatization issue. I just would reiterate my belief that one of the ways we can diminish the demand for a different air traffic control system is to get the technology in place necessary for the latest, updated, advanced air traffic control system, even under its current governance structure. You're right, Wichita, Kansas is the air capital of the world. We manufacture more general aviation aircraft than any place in the country, and that would give me the opportunity to highlight the importance of something that's developing today, and that involves the certification process, the method by which we get new aircraft to market. And getting that done in a timely fashion enables Wichita, Kansas, and our manufacturers, but the aerospace and aviation industry in our country to compete in a global market. Reforms that encourage the full use of Organization Designation Authority, ODAs, is important to us, meaning that it is moving in a direction of self-certification. The FAA has been helpful in recent times in accomplishing that, and I would bring that issue to your attention. The FAA and industry are moving toward a risk-based safety oversight approach, and I would encourage you to encourage the FAA to continue that process so that we can get the latest technologies in our manufacturing sector utilized, new products in the market, and better able to compete in a global economy. Any reaction or response?
I would certainly hope to do that. Yes, thank you.
I appreciate that. I would only mention, because as was indicated earlier by one of my colleagues, as the clock had already turned to red, that his time was fleeting. My time is fleeting, and I would be interested in visiting with you because of the subcommittee that I've chaired on this committee in the past, dealing with vehicle-to-vehicle technology. And we have jurisdiction over NISTA, and we look forward to working with you and hearing your views on how we can implement safety in the latest technologies. There seems to be a theme here in my conversation, which is technology provides us great advantages, and we want to work with you to see that it is readily available to the industry and to the consumer.
I look forward to working with you if confirmed.
Thank you, ma'am.